Welcome to LMTI Maven Learning Series number 2. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the installation of the Maven. And one more point I wish to highlight is so all the series are interlinked. So try to watch the video from the beginning so that you will understand what I'm trying to say, because I will be interlinking each and every concepts. So now let's step on to the installation part. So how we can install the Maven in the sense? So just go to the Google and open a new tab and search with the keyword called as an Maven download and then click on enter. So once you click on the enter in the Google, you could be able to see the official web page called as an maven.apache.org. So just click on it, or else I will be providing this URL in the notepad as well. In the video description, I will update this this particular notes, as well as whatever the things I am using over in my training. So it will be available under the descriptions. Okay. So once you navigate to this particular URL, scroll down. There is a section called as an files, and under this section you could able to see the file called as an binary zip archive. Okay, so this is the folder which is available, and we need to download this particular zip file. So if you just click on the link, so it will be automatically just download the zip file. And if you notice, so the version of the Maven is 3.9.6. So whatever the latest version is available, always try to use the latest version. So further the Maven will be keep on updating the version. So make sure you are using the latest Maven version. So now I have downloaded the Maven version, and the Maven is available as a zip file. So now what we need to do? So we need to unzip this file, and we need to place Maven somewhere in my system. As we need to place somewhere in the system, what I'm going to do, I'm just cutting this zip file, just doing the Control X, and I'm navigating to local disk C. Here I'm creating the new folder called as an Maven, and post that in this folder I'm just pasting the zip file. So now we need to unzip it. So how we can unzip in the sense? So just click on the zip file, right click on it, and then you could be able to see the option called as an extract all. If you click on the extract all, so you will be getting this pop-up. So just click on the button called as an extract. So automatically all the files which is present inside the zip will be extracted. So initially the file type was a compressed zip file, because we can't access the compressed zip file. So it should be always in the form of file folder. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just rename this, let it be of an Apache Maven 3.9.6. Now if I try to open this folder, under which another folder called as an Apache Maven, the version number is present, and if I try to open it, under which we are having the bin folder, as well as we are having the lib folder. So make sure we are having bin and lib. So whenever we are installing any of the new software, so it always have the bin and lib folder. Okay, so if you have installed Java in your system, so inside the Java you could be able to see the bin and the lib. So whenever we install any new software, so the bin and the lib will be present. So here we are not doing the installation, so just we have downloaded the zip file, and we have unzipped and placed somewhere in our system, and we know where the Maven is present. And how the other software know so where the Maven is present, in the sense we need to set the path of the Maven, so which we call it as an home path. So we need to set the home path of the Maven. And why we are setting this home path, in the sense so that the other software will get to know the path of the Maven, which is nothing but where the Maven is present. And where we are going to set this home path, in the sense under the environment variable. Okay, So now how to open this environmental variable? So in the search bar, search with the keyword called as an advanced system setting. So if you just search with the keyword, you could be able to see this option called as an view advanced system setting. So just click on view advanced system setting. Some system property window will be populating. So where you could be able to see this button called as an environmental variables. So just click on the environmental variables, under which there will be two sections. One we call it as an user variable and other we call it as an system variable. So under the system variable, click on this new button and it will be opening this pop-up new system variable, and give the variable name as like Maven underscore home. So this is kind of some naming conversion we always used to follow in the real time. So whenever we are installing the other software, we used to provide the home path, and whenever it is a home path, so we used to provide in the uppercase, so followed by the underscore, so maven underscore home. In similar way, if you are going to provide the path of the Java, you can say Java underscore home, and variable value is nothing but like we need to pass the location. Okay, so either you can click on the browse directory and you can just navigate to the folder location of the Maven, or else like what you can do, so at the top right, if you just click on it, it will be automatically copying the, like it will be selecting the path of the Maven, and do control C, and then like I'm just doing the alt tab, and I'm just pasting the location in the variable value. Okay, so now I'm clicking on OK. So once I click on the OK, you could see it has configured the Maven home path. In similar way, like if you need the path of the Java, you can configure the Java home path as well. So after configuring the like Maven home path, what we need to do, so like we need to set the bin path as well. Okay, it is always mandatory to set the bin path. I'm copying the bin path location, and where we need to set in the sense, under the system variable, we will be having something called as a path by default. Okay, so here you don't need to click on the new button, so just select the path and click on edit. So if you just click on the edit, so the edit environmental variable pop-up will be populating, and just click on the new button and add the bin path. Okay, so I have already have one old bin path, let me just remove it up. So now we could see like I have added the bin path of the Maven, and in similar way like I have added the bin path of the Java. So like if you need more elaborative description about like why we are setting this bin path and home path, so I will update my another tutorial link in the description, so like you can check it out. So basically, right, we always need to set the home path and bin path, and after setting the home path, so as well as like we have set the bin path, right, so we need to verify so whether the path has been set correctly or not, so which we call it as an we are configuring the Maven. So how we can verify so whether it is configured correctly or not in the sense, so just we need to open the command prompt. So like the shortcut for opening the command prompt is like cmd. So in the search bar, type cmd. So automatically you could be able to see some black color screen, so which we call it as an command prompt. So just double click on it, it will be automatically opening. So in this command prompt, like we need to type one command. So the shortcut of the Maven, we call it as an mvn. Okay, so this is the shortcut for the Maven. So if you need to check the version of the Maven, so we should use the command called as an mvn space hyphen version. Okay, so now I'm just opening the command prompt. Here I'm typing so mvn space hyphen version, and pause that like I'm clicking on enter button. So whenever we click on the enter button, so it will automatically detect the Maven version which is available in our system. So as we have set the Maven home path, like it will generally refer the home path which is available under the system variables. So from there it will get to know the home path and it will detect the version. And if you need to know the location of the Maven, so where the Maven is present in your system, then you can use the command called as an var mvn. Okay, because the shortcut of Maven is called as an mvn. If I click on var mvn, so it will provide me the path where the Maven is present in my system. Okay, so like if the version is detected, then it indicate like you have done the configuration correctly. So in some system what happen, like whenever we type the comment and if we click on enter, it will says mvn is not recognized a internal or external comment. So if you get error like this, so make sure like whether the home path and the bin path is correct, and if it is correct, so just do the system restart once and try it out. So if you do that, like probably like you could be able to see the version of the Maven. So initially what we have done, so we have downloaded the Maven, and then like we have installed the Maven. So installation in the sense like we haven't used the exe file, so we had a zip file, so we have unzipped and we have placed somewhere in our system. And post that, like we need to provide the home path and bin path of the Maven. So wherever you have placed in your system, like you need to set the path. And how we have set the path in the sense, with the help of the environmental variables, under which like we have set the path in the system variables. Okay, so like how we have opened the environmental variables in the sense, like we have used this option called as an view advanced system settings, and then we have navigated to this environmental variable, and where we have set the system variable, the Java home path and the Maven home path. Okay, so if you require, like we need to set the Java home path as well. Okay, so like you can refer my other tutorials how to set the home path of the Java and bin path of the Java as well. So once we done with this configuration, then we need to open the command prompt by using the shortcut called as an cmd, and then like you need to use this command called as an mvn space hyphen version, and then you need to click on enter. It will be automatically detected the Apache Maven version. So which means like the configuration is successful in your system. So now in the next session, like we can see like how we can create the Maven project. Okay, so thanks for watching this video and keep learning.